Hi guys, and welcome back to the fourth video, I think. Don't know, lost count. Anyway, today we're, as promised, at St Michael's Mount. The tide is actually going out. We've come late morning. The weather forecast was never going to be any good, so it didn't really matter what time of day we came. The sun's disappearing over my shoulder there, as you can probably see. But with the tide going out, it means that we can get onto a beach a bit further around from the castle. Now, I've watched a couple of videos from other people on YouTube. VW Life, I think, was one of them. I'll put the links up here somewhere to their channels because it's their videos that have sort of prompted me to come round this far. There's some big rocks actually in the beach when you get round here, and it gives you a really nice different foreground to the iconic shot. I got the iconic shot last year. I don't need to get that one again, but there's some really big rocks in the sand around here that act as a really nice foreground interest. I'm talking quite loud because it's really windy today. So what I've done, I've put on the 10 stop, which is giving me a shutter speed of about a second at about f4.5. because I only want really the rock in focus. The rest of it is so far in the distance, or quite far in the distance then, that it doesn't matter if it's a little bit soft. The idea that St Michael's Mount is in the background and the rock being sharp with the water swirling around the rock is the image I'm after. And I've taken it at various different shutter speeds, between a second and a second and a half. And I'll put up the ones that have come out the best in a minute. Not really sure our plan of action today, but we are going to go up on the castle, obviously. But this was always going to be my main shot of the day. If we're here later on and the tide starts to come back in, I may get another shot of the Causeway, but the weather is supposed to take a turn for the worse this afternoon and give us a bit of rain. I think we've been very lucky down here this week so far, considering what the weather forecast was. It's meant to rain all week, and we've had some really quite nice days and a couple of lovely evenings. So we're going to carry on walking around. I'm going to put up some images. Hope you enjoy them. Any comments about them, leave below. And we're going to find something else. Walked on around the beach a little bit. Just going to clean the lens a bit for you. It's a bit mucky. Yeah, we walked on around the beach a little bit, and as I said, the tide's going out. We're sort of taking shelter in this little cove, if you like. But the rocks in front of us have created like a nice foreground interest. I've used the edge of those in the bottom of the frame. I've got the cast in the top right hand of the frame. I'm pretty sure this will be black and white. There is nothing in the sky whatsoever. It is completely blank, completely grey. But just round here, I thought I might as well take the shot while I was round here. It may or may not come to nothing. I should stick it up anyway, but I'm really happy with the shots that I got around there, the long exposures. And who knows, later on in the day, if we get any sort of definition in that cloud, some long exposures could get some streaky clouds going, even if it is raining. So who knows what the day will hold. But a good start to it, I think, nonetheless. Okay, we made our way over to St Michael's Mount, but the weather's taken rather a turn for the worse. But we're doing what we can. So if there's spots and that on the lenses, then I apologise. But I don't normally do this in the rain. I normally wait for the weather to be quite nice. Causeway's free now. I'll get you back a bit. Causeway's free now. So we've managed to walk across. Tide's on its way out. But the forecast is for rain, really, for the majority of the rest of the day. So images, I think, will probably be black and white, very minimalistic, if anything at all. Which is a bit of a shame, but nice to have something a bit different than all the other shots. As I say, last year I got the iconic shot, so I don't need to get that this year. I've been around on the beach, right over the back there, and got some nice long exposure shots, which you've probably already seen. So we're about to make our way up to the castle. I'll do what footage I can and take some shots from up there. We're up at the castle and it's blowing a gale. I think it's fair to say I'm not going to get any decent shots today. Complete contrast to what it was last year, when we was actually walking around in shorts and t-shirt and it was really busy. But I think we're just going to enjoy being here, to be honest. I think I've already got me shot of the day. But who knows, weather could change at any second. I've been panning you around the harbour, or the bay then, if you like, not the harbour. I've been panning you around the bay and you can't even see land from here. It's really quite eerie, you feel like you're in the middle of the ocean. So anyway, onward and upward. Okay, so we're just leaving the castle, across the causeway now. The tide's out. It was out when we came across because we went around the beach first to get those first few shots that I took. It meant that the causeway was accessible both ways. I think the tide might be on its way back in now, but we've got plenty of time. But I did promise you a shot before I sort of end the video. So what I've come up with is the idea of, because of this time of year, the sort of weather that we're in, just hoping that there's a few people walking across the causeway when we get to the other side. So I think what I might do is ghost on the causeway, slightly longer exposure, get the people moving on the causeway, make them look a bit ghost-like, and in this sort of atmosphere, hopefully the image will come out okay. So we're going to work our way over the causeway now, see what we can find, see if we can get set up somewhere. Fingers crossed there's a few people coming across, and we'll get a shot. Okay, as promised, final photograph to end the video. It's not going to be an award winner by any means, but the castle's up in the clouds. I'm doing how long's the exposure? I'm doing a 10-second exposure at f4.5 ISO 100 in the rain. I've got 10 stop on, 2-second timer. There's people coming across the causeway, and as you know, if you do a long exposure when people are moving, it'll blur them out or it'll get rid of them. This is just blurring the people just a little bit to make them look a bit ghost-like. So it looks like they're coming out of a very eerie looking castle. I think for this time of year, I think that's probably about as good as I can possibly hope for in this conditions. So I'm going to end it there because I don't want to. I want to put the Canon. I want to put the M50 away. It's getting soaked. So if you've liked it, give it a thumbs up, give it a share. Please only leave any comments down below, and hopefully I'll join you again tomorrow or next week in your case from a much drier location on the other side. We're going to the tin mines on the other side of the coast tomorrow, so I'm really hoping that I can get some real nice shots of that. Probably be long exposure, get some definition in the clouds again. It's meant to be overcast, not going to get much sunshine, but you just take what you can when you come this far. So let's see what the day brings, and I'll see you from there. Bye for now. I think that was one of the nicest sunsets I think I've ever witnessed. It was just a pleasure just to be here, let alone take photos of it.